This podcast is brought to you in part by ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Whether you're buying or selling a home, condo, or any type of property, trust Amanda to help match you with up to 3 top agents in your area. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Hey, all you rock stars from Washington, D.C. This is the Rock on the Money podcast, episode 130, Amanda. Time to talk about saving, investing, and protecting all those hard-earned monies. We're here to coach you along that path to retirement and financial independence. I'm Craig, your certified master financial coach. Along with Amanda, she is a corporate in-house lawyer, real estate referral agent, and we're grateful you've joined us. Check us out at Facebook at facebook.com/rockonthemoney or the website at rockonthemoney.com. Hey, girl.
Hey, how's it going?
You sound tired. What happened?
Well, so one, we haven't mentioned it before, but I have been having some health challenges lately. But despite that, I've still been training. And this morning I ran an 8K, which is 5 miles straight.
I was going to say, can you convert that? I'm American. What was 8?
5 miles.
I used to do 10Ks. I remember that. I hate them.
Yeah, I've never done an 8K before. That was weird. So
why, longer?
But I'm glad because I don't know if I could have done another mile.
You do a lot of 5Ks? Is that what you mean?
No, I don't like 5Ks because they're usually so crowded and it just seems like a waste of money to do such a short run.
Oh, yeah, because everybody can do a 5. Most.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Fun run.
Yeah.
I did 10Ks and I hated them. I was so bored.
But it was still virtual. I mean, they shut down the roads and everything, but you could do it at whatever time you wanted, or you could do it in your own neighborhood if you wanted. You just track it with like an app.
Oh,
so that was nice. It wasn't crowded at all.
You kids these days.
It was a beautiful sunrise here in Tampa and not too humid. So couldn't have asked for better conditions.
Well, that's awesome. You make me feel like a load. So
yeah, but I feel like, I've been up.
You feel like a load now, right?
I don't know how people get up so early on a regular basis. Because I wanted to get out there before the sun was up.
Well, hey, we're doing questions again. Like we do always.
Yes.
I love these questions, by the way. These really hit on everything from your savvy savings to 401ks and people with pensions, all kinds of different things. So can you read the first one for me?
Yeah. So I'm a 45-year-old bachelor, Roth 401k through my employer, and a Roth. Look, he's using the right terminology.
I know. I love it.
And a Roth IRA. And I'm fortunate to have a pension as well. With my 401 and my Roth IRA, I'm at just over $300,000.
Wow.
I'm currently saving 9% before tax and 6% after tax in my, I don't know if you can call it a Roth 401k then.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't read far enough ahead. As far as my standalone Roth IRA, I'm saving $200 a month. With my pension, I'm eligible to retire at 100% at 59.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I had a preliminary plan of retiring at 60. However, I'm seeing too many financial experts saying that retiring at that age is a mistake. I'm so confused. Is retirement at 60 a crazy dream? Is it even possible? Or should I work till 65 or 70? I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but this is so confusing.
Let me take my first stab at this because
let me jump in and clarify some terminology first.
Please do. Yeah.
So I got excited that someone was actually calling it a Roth 401k because there's always this confusion that if you have a 401k, you can't do Roth, and that's just simply not true. So 401k is a 401k, and your contributions to it determine whether or not the money in it is Roth or traditional. So this individual has a 401k account, and 9% of it is traditional and 6% of it is Roth. So the majority of it is traditional because if it's before tax, it's traditional. And he said 9% is before tax, so that's traditional. 6% is after tax, and that is what's considered a Roth contribution.
Yeah.
So it's not a Roth 401k, it's simply a 401k. And the way you designate your contributions, the contributions are labeled as either traditional or Roth.
Right.
So that's the clarification there. All right, on to Craig.
So I kind of fall in this. I retired at 52. I know what he's talking about. Only 5% of people in America have a pension. and it's dwindling. It's dwindling rapidly. So most of the things that you hear about do not take into account a pension. He has a 100% pension coming at 59. It's literally, he stays at home, makes the same paycheck, but doesn't go to work for the rest of his life.
Right.
So only a small fraction of America has this. I mean, a tiny percentage. So they're not talking to him. He's actually great. Now, here's what I do like. He's still building up a retirement fund secondary to the pension.
Right.
And I run into this when I talk to my cohorts in the fire department where I came from, police, firefighters, teachers who have pensions. I don't trust pensions. That's just me.
Right, because they can change the rules on them at any time, right?
And if you think I'm kidding, Google it or go talk to anybody over there in Detroit. Now, people are like, well, my city's not like Detroit.
Broke.
Well, they got theirs reduced by more than half. And these are old people, 80 years old with a pension that got cut in 50%. Don't ever think that I'm in the DC area. We have a very stable economy. Don't ever, no. Don't be doing that. There's no one that's going to guarantee you that pension. It's not written down in a contract. It was an agreement that there's nothing in writing and they can change any time. If they, like right now, Amanda, all these governments around the United States are hurting because of the pandemic. Yes, they're getting relief money from the federal government, but that's just a temporary fix. The local governments have got to figure this out. They are not getting revenue like they were before. A lot of these pensions are under fire right now. And I don't trust pensions. So anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. I like how he has a backup plan B, because that's what I did. Plan B.
Because if nothing changes and he is set to get 100% at 59, then I don't see a problem with retiring at 60.
Heck no, 300,000 at age 45. So let's do the rule of 72. So let's say every 8 years it doubles. We're being generous. Every 8 years. Well, that's being very generous, Amanda.
Yeah. So he's got approximately, let's just for simplicity, call it 8 times 2 is 16 rather than 15, right? Right. It'll be close enough.
Right.
So that means it'll double twice. So 600,000 is one double, 1.2 million. Just look at that math in my head.
Boom.
1.2 million.
He's an everyday millionaire. Easy. At age 60.
And he's going to continue to contribute. So it's actually going to be higher than that.
Now, here's the other point I want to bring out. Okay. So you retired 60 or 59 and a half, 59, whatever. He has a pension. He does not have to touch the 401k or the IRA or his IRA. Do what I do. Leave it alone as long as possible.
He can continue to contribute to the Roth, to the IRA, even after he's retired.
Absolutely. And work another side job, a fun job in retirement that you can also keep putting money in, and you can do everything. And don't touch that money as long as you can, because then when another 8 years after that, Amanda, it turns into what? 2.4 million.
2.4. And that's assuming there's zero additional contribution. So imagine you continue to contribute. It's going to be even much higher than that.
This guy,
and then you're set. Even if your pension completely goes away, you're still set.
Right. That pension could die and you are still have the same income coming in.
Yeah. So you're on the right track. Don't worry. You're doing great.
Ignore the experts. The nice part about 65 is you do get Medicare. He doesn't mention how he's going to get health care in retirement. So that's where it can get expensive. Yeah, but do your best you can by staying on a budget. Focus. Don't touch any of this money as long as possible. Now, he will have to touch the money at 70 and a half or whatever the number. They keep changing that number. Let's just say 70 just to make it simple. His traditional
amount.
Right. At traditional, that's going to be my big issue. At 70, they're going to force you to touch that money. They want their tax money.
Not the Roth. And that's why we like Roth so much.
And the formula, it's about 3.89% of the total balance. You will have to withdraw and you will have to pay your taxes on
tax on it. Income tax on it.
Big deal. Who cares? And you could reinvest that if you want. It doesn't matter. Or we go buy properties or whatever or go enjoy life, travel, whatever.
Enjoy life.
He is sitting now. Here's
sitting pretty.
What was the third word he said in the thing? He says he's a bachelor.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's a good thing. Now, here's the thing I want him to be cautious about. let's say he meets up with a girl who knows if
Girl?
or a guy. I don't care. I'm not judgmental.
Or
If-
a woman.
whatever.
Not a
yeah,
girl.
he's 45 years old, meeting a girl. Okay, so bachelor, and the woman knows he has all this set. Be very careful.
Get a prenup, man.
Get a prenup. I'm not, look, lovey-dovey, whatever. Get a prenup. Protect what you have set up. You are set up better than many other men out there, and a woman would love to meet up with you. Make sure it's for the right reasons. I'm probably not saying this correctly. I'm saying it as a guy. I'm just protect what you have. Please. He is set for life, Amanda. If he continues down this road.
Moving on at this point.
Am I right? Am I right?
Relationship advice. Yes, you're right. You're right.
You said the word. I did. The P word.
All right. Question 2. I'm moving on.
Yes.
What do you recommend for cell phone plans? I think cutting back on cell phone bill would be a great way to save money.
Well, this is yours.
Cutting back on any expense is a great way to save money.
Yeah, this one's yours, Amanda. I mean, there's plenty of plans out there. You can go to Walmart. What's the one that they sell from T-Mobile there? Was that one
Metro PCS?
Yeah. Or they have Walmart has their own thing, but it's basically reselling minutes from and bandwidth from
the major.
Yeah. There's only 3 carriers, and they're all basically repackaging. They're buying blocks of air and reselling it. That's where you get all these discount
So the
plans.
major carriers are what? AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
because
it.
like
That's all
Sprint
left.
got consolidated.
Yeah, they bought them out. So, and even T-Mobile has their all the plans. They have their discount versions. They just don't have they just don't have priority on the network that the full price people have. That's the big difference. So, a lot of people, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't. Who cares if you don't have priority on the network? All 3 networks are doing very well, and yes, it's different in what area you live in, but for the most part, they're all the same. Go from price.
Yeah. So there's Mint Mobile. They have wireless for just $15 a month. I mean, of course, it depends on what type of plan you want to get. Visible is another company. They've got unlimited phone plans. For the first month is only $5, and then it's $40, which I think is actually pretty close to the T-Mobile prices.
Yeah.
Straight Talk. There are all sorts of discount providers, and there's plenty of choices out there.
A lot of them you get 2 weeks to try it, and if you don't like it, just get out of it.
Usually, like Mint Mobile, they have unlimited service for $30 a month.
That's crazy.
That seems pretty good to me.
A lot of people have
got 3, 6, and 12-month plans for flexibility.
Yeah, there you go. Straight Talk is one from Walmart. That's what the one is that they sell. Yeah, I believe it's T-Mobile or somebody they're using. I don't know.
So Straight Talk is unlimited talk, text, and data from $55 a month.
Now you're just getting up to T-Mobile prices at that point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, Verizon is $70 a month.
Who do you use?
AT&T
What do you use? You and your husband?
I use T-Mobile.
Yeah, I do.
So the other thing is look into whether or not you're eligible for even additional discounts with these providers. So like with T-Mobile, we've got the military plan.
There you go.
Craig, you're probably eligible for the first responder plan, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the other plan. The senior.
Well, they do have like
the 55 and older plan. It's not elderly. I'm moving on. Question number 3. Yeah, you moved on. I'm moving on.
Prices.
Question number 3. What do you guys recommend to do with my AC unit? It's starting to give out after 17 years. I just paid $1,200 to fix it. I'm currently in baby step 2. Should I finance a new one at $12,000 or keep fixing my old unit when something breaks down?
Well, we don't encourage financing anything
at all. At all.
Right.
That's absolute.
You need to continue gazelle intensity on baby step 2, get that paid off, and then build up that emergency fund as quickly as you can in anticipation of having to replace it. But I'm a big fan of, as long as you can continue to keep fixing it at a reasonable price. Like for me, $1,200 versus spending $12,000 to $15,000, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And
at
some point, the mechanic or repair guy will eventually say it's unrepairable.
Right.
So, yeah, I like what you said. Get it fixed. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing and start building up that money because you know it's coming. You can't.
Yes, get
you
it
know
fixed.
what's
And
coming.
then the other thing I would say is make sure you're getting it serviced twice a year.
Ooh, there you go.
Because that'll help extend the life of it even further.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be back with 3 more great questions. You're listening to Rockin' the Money.
Hey there, rock stars. Amanda here with ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Are you about to sell your home or excited to buy your first or next home? I'll be honored to help you find an expert to work with you in your local area. At ChoiceRealtyConnect.com, I'll help match you with up to 3 qualified licensed agents that specialize in your specific market. Choice Realty Connect serves every zip code in all 50 states with a network of 15,000 top-rated agents that are ranked within the top 5% for sales. Whether you're selling or looking for a condo, new construction, retreat, vacation property, or you're a first-time home buyer, let me connect you with the perfect top agent today. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. The choice is yours.
Amanda Braun is a Florida licensed real estate with a brokerage, Realty Connect.
Rockland, USA.
Welcome back to Rockin' the Money with Amanda and Craig. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Rock on the Money. I'm getting ready to do some lives on there, Amanda.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
I know, but I have a brand
Believe
new.
it when we see it, right, people?
Well, I had to reconfigure my office. I have a camera set up so it has an angle to make it really an interesting background and lighting and stuff like that I'm using on other lives that I do. So kind of been redoing my whole studio kind of setup so I could do multiple projects easily. So I know this has been talked about many times, but we got to get our page up over 10,000 followers. Everybody's in the group. We need them on the page. I don't know how to do it. So if you have suggestions, let us know. Question number 4. You ready for this?
I recently started to grind to get out of debt. Ooh, okay. And actually have a savings. Honestly, I have never been in this kind of position. I've always just stayed afloat. And I think that's pretty common, actually.
Yeah.
You know, the paycheck to paycheck mentality is definitely common, at least here in the United States. All right. The pandemic opened my eyes like everyone else. So I'm kicking my butt and working the 2 jobs to get myself out and secure. I'm starting to lose energy, and although still motivated, I feel myself slowing down. I would appreciate any kind of encouragement / advice on how you kept or are keeping the momentum during your grind.
We actually hear this a lot. Because
it's not uncommon. I mean, the same thing happens when you're dieting to lose weight, right?
Yeah. I mean, you keep working, and you're not seeing a progression, or it's super slow. You're like, oh my God. And other people can do a lot faster. It gets frustrating. It does.
Yeah, it does get faster the further you get.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always hard in the first couple of months, especially when it seems like there's very little progress as you are just starting your snowball. But once you pay off your first debt and that snowball gains, volume and starts rolling faster and picking things up even faster, then it gets exciting. I promise. So congratulations, number 1, on turning your life around and getting started on this process of the gazelle intensity. 2 jobs is impressive, but I can understand why you're getting a little burnt out. Make sure you're still doing some self-care, and giving yourself small rewards along the way is definitely a good way to continue to have that motivation. Maybe give yourself a small goal of like, once you reach a certain point in your payoff, you reward yourself with something small and inexpensive. But, give yourself something to look forward to in increments so that you can keep going.
You know what I like is making that spreadsheet, the snowball spreadsheet. And you can actually see it visually how it works. And if you don't have a document where you can actually convince yourself it's really working, sometimes it feels like you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So
We're in the middle of paying off a rental property, and I just keep throwing money at it as fast as possible. But it gets exciting because, we bought this property in November, and at this point now, I think we're 3 to 4 months away from paying it off entirely.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Time to buy another one.
Yeah. So, I wasn't stoked about financing it at all. But if you have to finance it all, then again, financing companies generally don't like you to put more than 20 to 25% down because they're hoping to get
right
interest from you.
That's where they make their money, is on the interest, not
on the interest. Yeah. And now the interest is down to such a small amount that the payments just go almost entirely to principal, and it's happening really fast now.
Yeah. Question number 5 up your alley again. Anybody know how to sell china or glassware? We're almost done with baby step 2. Awesome, by the way. They're selling stuff off to do baby step 2.
No, I think you're going to see a challenge in this particular genre because as much as our former generations really put a lot of value on china and glassware, that's just not important to people nowadays. And I'm seeing over and over again these estate sales just really struggling with what to do with all this fancy china from years bygone. And it is there's an overwhelming amount in the marketplace and not much demand. So I think you're going to have to look for something else to really help you with baby step 2. Not to say it's impossible, but I wouldn't expect a huge payoff in that area.
So if you have a china cabinet, probably the same issue. Yeah.
Well, no, you can display like knickknacks in those, right? Yeah, I mean, you can try eBay because there might be some people who have china sets who are looking to replace things that maybe had broken over the years or add to their collection. But they generally, it's something that they have that print and are just looking for matching to add.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. I would want to set your realistic expectations that that's not going to be a quick money maker.
Yeah.
I think it's a very niche market.
I think that's probably why they asked this one question. China and glassware. I saw China. I'm like, that's
yeah.
The 90s called.
Yeah. And people are surprised that it's not getting a lot of money.
No. Yeah. Everybody worried. Weddings years ago with the China print and all that stuff. No one ever used that anymore.
Yeah. You registered for China.
Yeah. Nobody registers China anymore.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. The 80s called. They want their China back.
People register for like grill sets and stuff now.
Right. Yeah. Kayaks and people are just not into that houseware stuff anymore. It's just not a thing anymore. It's the house itself has changed a lot. We've talked about that
during
before.
A pandemic. I mean, china is used for entertaining, right? You don't pull it out for your every evening meal.
I told you,
there's been zero entertaining for the last year and a half, so the demand is especially low right now. But even so, most people, when they entertain now, I mean, if you're grilling, it's paper plates.
Well, I told you after I had my dishwasher break, I started buying paper plates. Mm-hmm. Cheap ones. If I need more, I just double them up. I still use paper plates.
I don't, because I care about the planet.
Well, I care because I'm not using energy to run my dishwasher a million times just to wash a couple of plates.
You know how energy efficient dishwashers are now?
I tell you what, here's my one complaint about my new dishwasher. I love it. I can't tell it's on or off. It's so quiet. And there's no lights on it. Yeah. I didn't think about that. You can't tell if it's running or not. I literally put my ear up against it. Is it done or not? I can't tell.
You don't even get like a light or notification that it's like clean.
Okay, so the notification is like this super faint, high, annoying. If I had a dog, it would freak out because I'm in my house. I'm like, what is that noise? It's this weird, quiet buzz. Anyway, sorry, it's a Bosch.
Mine has the word clean that lights up when it's done.
See, all the display is up underneath, but it goes up underneath the countertop. That's why I can't see it.
Oh yeah, mine does too, but it sticks out just a couple millimeters, so I can see the word clean.
Oh, I guess. I mean, I guess I can look. Anyway, question number 6: How did you decide how much to save in your emergency fund within 3 to 6 months parameters? I don't have a volatile job. My goal is 6 months. Okay. I'm mostly curious how everyone came to the decision how much was enough.
Oh, whether to do 3 or 6 months or something in between. I think it's just a personal preference. Yeah, it's a personal assessment on where you're comfortable with risk, right? So some people like to feel like they have a really good cushion. So if something were to happen, they would. It's about how much time would you have to find a replacement income.
Right.
So do you want the pressure of having to replace that income within 3 months? Even though it's not volatile, something might happen. But if you feel like you'd be able to replace that job within 3 months because you have that type of job where there's plenty of options on the market, then maybe 3 months is right for you. If you're in a very niche type of job and you'd really have to search hard for something in your area, then maybe 6 months is the better call for you.
I would also challenge that or add on that if you live in an older home and you don't budget for roofs, AC units, appliances, yada, yada, yada. Go on the 6 month side, or make sure you're also budgeting on the side. You know a roof is coming. If you don't have an updated roof that's a 30-year roof, you know that's coming. Like new builds, they don't put 30-year roofs on new builds. You know
that's like
coming.
15 years.
Exactly. I mean, same with me. Outdoor units are supposed to go 10 years. Sometimes you get 15, or that other person is 17 years that we said earlier. Just make sure you have that. So if you're doing 6 months and that's what makes you, if that's your goal, sure, don't overthink it. The problem is no one does it. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Your goal is 6. That's awesome. If you have the money, do it. Heck yeah.
Yeah. And again, put it somewhere that's super liquid and it's not intended to make money. So don't be sticking it in Robinhood or
Bitcoin or Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. Jinx.
Dogecoin. Yeah. I'm jealous the people did it, but I'm only hearing the good stories. All right, thank you, Amanda. You can find Amanda on Instagram and Twitter at Agile Amanda, and you can find me on all of your favorite social media platforms at Rockland USA. Don't forget to check out the website and subscribe to the podcast. All the links are right there on the front page, rockonthemoney.com. Please subscribe and leave comments to our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or even your favorite app that you got right there on your phone. Those help us out a lot. If you're ever looking for a specific topic or content that we've produced over time, just go to the website and in the search bar, just type in your topic, be it 401k, stimulus check, or anything, and everything comes right up for you. We have so much gratitude that you've taken the time out of your day to listen to our podcast while you're walking, driving, traveling, or whatever you're doing. Please send us an email. Let us know how you're doing out there. podcast@rocklandusa.com. So long, everybody. Thank you very much again. We'll see you again next time.
America's Rockland USA.
All opinions expressed by the host are solely their own and do not reflect the views of any company, affiliates, or advertisers. Investments or strategies mentioned in the show may not be suitable for you. Before acting on any information in the show, you should consider whether it is suitable for your particular circumstances and strongly consider seeking advice from your own financial or investment advisor.